Hi everybody, it's Jason at Empower PT again. Today's session, we're going to do once again some aerobic work. We're going to play a little game, what I call the mirror game, and basically you're going to keep a little mirror image of me. A bit later we're going to do some pivoting in your boxing stance, and then at the end I've got some quite punishing anaerobic work for you. But the first thing we're going to do is a warm-up, and then we'll go into the aerobic work game, which I call the mirror game. So as usual, warm-up wise, ankle circles, other leg, feet together, just off the floor for a few seconds, and down. Toes apart, same thing, and down. Toes together, you may want to put your arms back for this one, and down. One leg up, extensions, and circles. And change direction. Other leg, extensions, and then circles. And change direction. Just shake it out. A little bit of a bounce, just the back of the legs. And then bring them out to the sides. And then alternate leg, to alternate hand. And then still bouncing, just gently twisting the waist to warm up your lower back. And back to the middle again. Feet squat width apart, and just squat and hold. 3, 2, 1, and up. Shake it out. Same thing again, a little longer this time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Shoulder rolls backwards. And change direction. Speedball it, or imaginary speedball it as I call it, and change direction. Wrists, and change direction. Arms across, really warm your pectorals up for later on. You then want to grab yourself a little drink of water before we start our aerobic work. Okay, hopefully you took your water. We're going to play an aerobic workout game, which I call the mirror game. So what you need, you can do this with 2 people if you have a big enough space, but for the purpose of this, I am going to be your mirror. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'm just using this as my line for my mirror. Hopefully you can see that where you are. So I put that there. This is a mirror. From here to here is our mirror. When I'm in this position, you need to stay with me, lined up with me. So you're going to be ready to go. If I move over here, you come and you keep a mirror image with me. If I move over here, you come and you keep a mirror image with me. Okay? So move. Wherever I go, you keep a mirror image of me. This seems kind of easy, but believe me, as time goes on, it gets a little difficult, okay? So we're going to do 3 minutes. The reason we're going to do 3 minutes is that's a round of boxing. So you just literally got to stick with me for 3 minutes, okay? It's a bit of stamina, this. So ready? Try and stay with me. This is our mirror. 3, 2, 1, go. So stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm making it easy. but I will change direction very quickly. So, stay with me. I'll pretend to go there, but then I'll stay over here. I'll pretend to go there, and I'll stay over here. But then I may dart straight over to the middle, and I may dart back to the middle. So try and stay with me now. Really stay on your toes now. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because it's going to be a bit too easy. So staying with me. Just over 30 seconds gone. Now the ideal thing with this is if you have two people and you have a line in front of the two of you and one person does the leading and the other person has to follow. So one person can decide where you're going, which in this case is me, and then the other person will have to follow where that person is. So just keep moving, keep moving. So I'm trying to wrong foot you on purpose. I'm on purpose trying to make you not follow me, but I want you to follow me. On your toes, on your toes, on your toes. See if you can try and predict where I'm going to go. I've only got two directions to go in anyway, so it's not too hard. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Halfway through the round. So staying with me, I'm pretending to feint and pretend that I'm going to go a particular way, and then I may not. You only need 2 meters. This only needs to be 2 meters. You can practice this on your own, you know, go outside with a partner, put something in front and play the mirror game. 1 minute to go. Keep moving, try and stay with me, try and stay with me. Wherever I go, you go. So now I'm warming up, I can feel it a little bit now. Thirty seconds left of this round. Stay with me guys, 20 seconds. Last few seconds of the round. Deep breaths. Time. Deep breath, let it out. Deep breath, let it out. You've got 1 minute rest, we're going to do it again. But we're going to make it a little bit more difficult this time. This time we're going to incorporate another dimension. In the mirror, if I go backwards, you go backwards. So if I go backwards from here, you at that end have to go backwards where you are. If I come forward, you come forward nearer to the mirror. Just like a mirror. If you get closer to the mirror, your reflection is going to come closer. So if I go back, you go back. If I come forward, you come forward. If I go over here, you follow me that way. So that makes sense. So if I go backwards, you go backwards. Okay, so if I go back, you're going to go away from the line. You're going to come forward. Deep breath, a few seconds ago. This is where you start getting a bit aware of that 1 minute rest and how important it is. Because I'm slightly out of breath. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm here, I'm going backwards, you go backwards. I come forward, you come forward. I go backwards, I come forwards, that means you should be near to the front. If I go backwards, you should be near to the back. Get my sign there and back. On your toes, on your toes. So if I go off this side, you follow me that way. Well, I can also go backwards over here. I go forwards over here. Go sideways over here. I go backwards here, come forwards. Ready? So, look a little bit alive, look a little bit alive. And then backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, off to the sides, off to the side, off side, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. Now stay with me. If I go all the way back here, I can go across at the back here. And then I'll go forwards, and I go backwards. So try to follow wherever I am. I can go diagonally, come across. I can go diagonally, come across, diagonally backwards, forwards, diagonally backwards. So you should be at the back corner of the room over there. Come to the front middle, and across, and across, and across, and back. I'm not going to tell you now where I'm going, I'm just going to do it, so now you've got to follow me. Halfway through the round. So you should have this down by now. And now I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Come on, I'm staying in one place, so you should be at the back of the room again. You should be at the front now, right over here. Should be in the front middle, should be at the back middle. So try and stay with me, try and stay with me. Where is he going to go? Don't worry if you're half a step behind me, it's not a problem. Just try and find out where. That's why I keep coming to the middle, because I'll sort of start again there. Try and follow where I'm going now. Really, I'm speeding up. I'm speeding up. I'm speeding up. I'm totally making up now. Totally making up. We've got 30 seconds left. So really on the toes now. Front middle, front middle, front middle. Last few seconds of the round. Time. Deep breath, we've got one more round. So you can feel this now, particularly as somebody is setting the pace for you. When someone's setting the pace for you, it's just that little bit more difficult. If you're doing this with a partner, what I would say is one round, one person leads, the other follows. In the next round, the next person leads and the other person follows. Get my breath back as well. 30 seconds left. I've got the cop out that I can talk and work out, so if I get a little bit tired, I'm going to blame it on that. Ready to go again? I'm going to try and make this round a little bit faster. The last round, make you work. 15 seconds to go. 3-minute countdown of the last round. So remember your mirror, try and stay with me. If I can see you guys at home, you can set the pace for me, and then that'll be a challenge for me as well. So 3, 2, 1, go, I'm in the centre, and I'm going back. And I'm going forward. Backwards. So I'm not going to say where I'm going now, I'm just going to go over there. And you really, as fast as you can, try and get there. Try to stay with me, try to stay with me. You can have a bit of fun with this. Get your left hand up and touch the floor, go back to the middle. Left hand up, go back to the middle. Left hand up, back to the middle. Go right hand now, and back to the middle. Your right hand, go back to the middle. Right hand, back to the middle. See? So following where I'm going. 2 minutes to go. Both hands down. Follow me. Both hands down. Off the side. Both hands down. Both hands down. Both hands down. We're going to get that workout. So try and stay with me, guys. Halfway through the round near enough. I'm going to go diagonally just so you know where I'm going. And back. And back. And back. Going backwards again, going diagonally this way now. And now I'm going to freestyle it with 1.25 minutes to go. Try to stay with me. You can really speed this up, people. If you've got a partner who's equivalently fit as you can really push them. It's twice up at my side. In the centre here. Back to the centre. You catch up with me and 45 seconds to go. Little steps, little steps. Last 30 seconds. Really speeding up. I'm going to touch the sides. I'm going to touch the sides. Touch the sides. Touch the sides. Touch the sides. Shoot in the back corner. Shoot in the other back corner. I'm coming nearer and I'm going backwards. In the middle, last few seconds. And time. Deep breath and out the mouth. Deep breath, out the mouth. Deep breath, out the mouth. So you can vary this, you can put more rounds on it. You can make the rounds longer. You can do it as one big continuous round of 9 minutes if you want. It's up to you. Talk to your partner, try and do it yourself. Rewind the video if you really want to push yourself. Do another 3 rounds. Make sure you get some water, and we're going to be back for the School of Boxing. Okay, today we're going to start. So we're going to start on lesson 2, which is pivoting. In order to work on pivoting, we're going to have to take a little refresh on what we were doing with footwork. So I've got my TheraBands with me. I'm going to lay them out in front of me in a straight line. I will also, I'll come back to this TheraBand. If you remember our stances again, squat width apart, face 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock, depending if you're Southpaw or Orthodox. So in my case, I'm Orthodox. I'm going to face 2 o'clock. For the Southpaws, face 10 o'clock. Squat width, you know you can squat, you can duck. In my case, the other way. So what you can do, just as a refresher, if you follow me, and you can do this as Southpaw or Orthodox, I don't really mind. I'll do it as Southpaw for the purpose of this one today. Right, so hands up, and step forward, step back, step forward, duck, step back, duck, step to your right, duck, step to your left, duck, step forward, duck, step to your left, duck. Okay, I'm going to switch it over for Orthodox. So pretty much the same thing goes. In my case, facing 2 o'clock, upper body facing 12 o'clock, hands up, duck, step back, duck, step forward, duck. Note that I'm never touching the line here. My feet are close to the line, but I never touch the line with my feet. Step right, duck. It stands to reason that I've taken 2 steps to my right, so it should take me 2 steps to my left to go back on the line. So 1, 2. And I'm still able to squat every time. Step back, I'm able to duck. Step forward, duck. Okay, so I'm going to face you for the purpose of this one again. Just as a bit of a refresher this is. So when I step forward, you step back. So I step forward, you step back. So you step forward. You step to your right, to your left. And then every time ask yourself, can I duck? So step to your left, duck. So you should be facing me. You step backwards as I come forwards and duck. Step to your right, duck. So you should always be able to duck. You don't always have to duck, you should have the ability to duck. Because at any point someone comes forward at me, I can duck their punches. My feet have to be in the right place. So step back, step forward, step right, step right, step left, step back, duck, step to your left, and you should be back on your line again. Duck, okay? So now we're going to work on pivoting. Now the trick with pivoting, for training purposes, you're going to pivot 90 degrees. So I'm picking a spot, since I'm Orthodox, just to the left of where I stand. So my toe literally is touching the floor there. So I'm in my stance, and I want to face 90 degrees that way, okay? So I'm literally going to pivot exactly that way. I'm going to pivot and face you again. I'm going to pivot and face that way. Now the trick with this is the distance between your legs has to be exactly the same when you land. And you have to be facing exactly that way with a new line of attack. So what's going to happen, just to give you an idea, I can duck, I can come up. Now if I pivot and land, I can duck again. I know that the width of my legs are exactly as I left them, because the common mistake is to pivot and you land with your feet too close or your feet too far, and you've gone too far in more than 90 degrees. Wherever you are, you need to be facing exactly 90 degrees for practice purposes. So if you can imagine this in a boxing sense, what it will be is someone stepped forward to attack me and caught me in the corner, and I turned and pivoted to get out of the corner. Okay, but I've kept my hands up, so once again, keep your hands up through the whole movement. I don't want to see anyone drop their hand and then, oh, I've got to put my hands up. The hands have to stay up the whole movement. Okay, so let's do that again. So hands up. So you're going to pivot and you're going to land perfectly. So I'm going to do it with my back to you this time. So you can do the pivot. So for orthodox fighters, I'll put my foot over here. I'm in my position. I'm going to pivot off to my right. So literally, I'm going to turn and land. And that's it. I'm going to pivot back to face where I was. Pivot to the right. Pivot back to where I was. Southpaw fighters, left-handed fighters. So switch the stance. So it's your front toe that you're pivoting. Your center of rotation is your front toe. So same thing goes. I duck, I pivot. I'm able to drop down. Again. And turn and land exactly where I should. Okay, I made a little mistake there. I actually landed on my line there, which is a little bit wrong. So to check that we're doing this correctly, I've got another TheraBand. So I'm going to put the original TheraBand over here, and so you can see it a little bit clearly. I'm going to do it this way. So you should have a little T shape. So whether you do this with masking tape or something on your floor, I don't care. But the whole point is to aim exactly 90 degrees. So what it should look like is this. When I pivot, if you see my feet here, they're either side of the line still. And they're either side of this line. Either side of this line. Either side. And I'm always able to duck. Okay? So that's that one. I'll do it southpaw. Left-handed again. I'm not left-handed, so I'm never quite as good at my left-handed one. So, feet in position. And, actually I'll do it this way. So, pivot, and my feet are either side of the pink line. I'm able to duck. My new line of attack is over here. Whatever I'm attacking is over there. Back again. You notice I had to readjust there. I'm not left-handed, so I find it a little bit more difficult. But you literally pivot and duck. And duck. And duck. And it works the other way too. So I'll stay in the left-handed stance. If I pivot that way, and duck. And duck. And duck. And duck. I go back to orthodox stance. So, feet apart. Pivot. And duck. Pivot. And duck. Pivot, my hands stay high. And duck, which means I can see whatever's going on. I can block it whatever happens. If I get it wrong, I've still got my hands up here. Pivot. And duck. Pivot. And duck. Okay? So we're going to try something together now. A little practice together. So I have to put my back to you. I don't really like putting my back to the camera, but it's really the only way I can illustrate the point. So we'll try and do this together. I'm going to do it in my orthodox right-handed stance, but you can do it in your left-handed or right-handed stance. And I'll point which direction we're going to be pivoting to, but we are going to be doing side steps and stepping forward and stepping backwards. So, boxing stance. Ask yourself, can you duck? Good. So, step backwards. Step forward. Pivot to face your right, 90 degrees exactly. And duck. And step forward. And step forward. and step backwards. Can you duck? So we're going to pivot to face my sign, and I can duck. Step to your left. Step backwards. So we're going to pivot to face this wall over here. And you turn, and you land exactly. You can land in that first go. So you've got to learn to pivot exactly 90 degrees. Right? Step backwards. Step forwards. I'm going to pivot to face the front again. And I'm able to duck if I want to. Step forward. Step forward. Step back. Pivot. Check where you're facing. So if you need to readjust your legs, readjust them. So you should be facing this way, which will be to your right. So you're facing the front now. Hands up. Step forward. Step back. Step left. Step right. Step forward. Step back. You're going to pivot to the right. Pivot. Good. You're going to pivot so you're going to be facing away from the screen. So I'm going to be facing you, you're going to be facing away from me, and you pivot. So right now you should have your back to me at this point. You're going to pivot over to your left again. So ready, and pivot. So you should be facing that wall now. Right, we're going to do a full 360 in full goes, right? So pivot, 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 pivot. So I'm still facing the wall there. I'm able to duck each time. We'll do that one more time. Pivot. So you should see my back. Pivot. And duck every time. Pivot. So I'm facing your back now. One more pivot. Right, much better, right? So remember the hands, you've got the squat width apart, you're ready to fight at any point. So now I'm going to pivot the other way. So I'm going to be facing you, you're going to have your back to me. Right? Pivot. Pivot. So you should be facing this way now. Pivot. Facing this way now. Pivot. And you can do the duck each time. So pivot. And duck. So your back will be to me at this point. Pivot. And duck. Pivot. And duck. Pivot. And duck. Okay? So your homework from that is to make sure that your front toe, whether it's left or right, so if you are right-handed, it's your left big toe, and if you're left-handed, it will be your right big toe. So in my left-handed stance, my right big toe on the floor, I'm pivoting around that. My center rotation is there. Center rotation is there. Right-handed, other foot. Pivot. 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 And you're always able to duck. If you haven't quite got that, take a step back. Go back to the stepping sideways. Go back to stepping sideways. So literally sideways, 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 forwards, left, back. Make sure you can duck each time. Key things to remember, where your hands are and that you can duck. It means you're in position to punch at all times. I'm facing you now, I can duck. I'm in position to punch at all times. And when this is all sped up, boxing wise, it's pivoting. It's pivoting. I'm ready to duck. I'm ready to duck. And we haven't even got to punching it. So stick with that. In further episodes, we shall put the punching in with all of this. But just technique wise, if you haven't got your stance right, you haven't got your footwork right, you can't pivot, the rest of it will not come together. So go get yourself some water, and I'm going to come back and we're going to do a little bit of anaerobic training. Okay, welcome back. We are going to end on some anaerobic work. We have 2 exercises to do. However, there's going to be a bit of boxing within this exercise. So if you get your TheraBand or piece of tape or belt or whatever it is you use to make sure your stance is right. I'm going to put mine over here. Alright, so practice purposes for the exercises. I'll let you know the timings and everything in a second, but I just want you to practice first of all. So, you're going to, I'm in southpaw stance for the purpose of this one. I may switch stance on different sets, but you've got your feet in your squat width, so you know. And what you're doing, you're turning your waist and you're punching straight at me. So I'm aiming at you, you're aiming at me. If you notice, the line of attack is where my hands are. So when we do this at full speed, you're literally turning your back leg and your hips are turning. I will do a particular video on this, but just as a starting point, this is where we want to be. Obviously in orthodox stance, same thing. I personally, each set I'm probably going to switch stance just to balance it out a little bit. Okay, so that's one of the exercises. The other exercise is probably the most fun exercise of all of them, burpees. But there are different ways of doing burpees. So I'm going to do it from sideways, just to demonstrate. You can, easiest version, if you find a lot of this hard is just squats. Right? Just squats. That's if you find it hard. Okay? If you just want to do a regular position burpee like that, and stand, that's your next step up. So you can do those, I don't mind. It's whatever your ability is. I'm going to try and do the full one. Okay, so the next one is with the press up. And up. Press up. And up. Okay? And then the last one is with the jump and clap. So it literally will be and clap. Right? I'm going to try the last version, and then maybe halfway through I might gas out because I am not as fit as I used to be. The lockdown has caught me too, I have to admit that. So here's how it's going to work. It's going to get progressively easier, but because we're going longer, it will feel harder. You're going to do 10 burpees on my count. So I'm going to do it with you, and if I stop halfway through it's because I'm talking and that's my get out clause. 10 burpees. We're then going to jump over here and do 20 seconds of punching, full pace. Twist, punch, punch, keeping your line of attack. Okay? Then we're going to have a 20-second rest. After that 20-second rest, we're going to do 9 burpees. Jump straight back over here. You may switch stance if you want. 20 seconds of punching. 20 seconds rest. 8 burpees. Switch stance again if you want. 20 seconds of punching. 20 seconds rest. So on and so forth, counting down. I'll be honest, when you get to the 7 to 6 rep range of burpees, it starts to feel mentally easier, okay? So we're going to push together. I'm going to talk while doing this and we'll see if I can maintain it. So if you're all ready, starting with burpees. I may go slightly out of camera shot when I'm doing this. So if you're ready, deep breaths. Count yourselves down. 3, 2, 1, and it's 10 burpees on my count. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straight over here for the punching. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Full speed. So really punching at me. You'll see I'm in southpaw stance. 10 seconds left. Really push it. 3, 2, 1. Walk it off for 20 seconds. It's the first set. Easy-ish. 10 seconds more, let's go. Go for 9 burpees in. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Switch stance and punch, 20 seconds. See my feet are turning each time. I can go forwards or backwards. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it off. So this time we're going to explode with these burpees. 8 burpees to go. Deep breaths. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go, 8 burpees. With a bit of speed now. 1, 2, clap at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Switch stance if you want, and let's punch. Full speed. Really push now. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Walk it off, 20 seconds. So really clap on the burpees. See, I'm feeling it already. And there's breaks in the middle, so to get shorter. We've got 5 seconds. And it's 7 burpees. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back over here and punch. Full speed. Really speed up as fast as you can. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Walk it off. 10 seconds to go. 6 reps. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 20 seconds, let's go. Keep pushing, guys, keep pushing. Speed. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds to go. Sorry, 5 seconds. 10 seconds to go. Even when I get it wrong when I'm out of breath. 5 reps. Count them backwards if it helps. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch stance and punch, let's go. I'm starting to look at the clock now. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 more sets to go. Notice when you're punching, you must pull your hands back at eye length. 10 seconds to go, 4 sets. Should be easier now, mentally. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 4, clap. 3, clap. 2, clap. 1, clap. And punch it, let's go. Speed, 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 fast as you can. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Only 3 more sets and they're getting easier. 6 more reps in total. That's 7 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Speed. 1, 2, 3. Punch it, let's go. Push, come on guys, push, push, push. doing it with you, so there's no excuses. Keep pushing, pushing. 3, 2, 1. 2 more sets. Really explode these last few reps out. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, 2 reps, let's go. 2, 1. Back to punching, let's go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I feel actually quite good. So I'm going to be a little bit cheeky this time. I'm going to put 10 burpees to end on. 10 burpees and a punching. You can do the 1 burpee if you want. I'm going to do 10. Push myself. I'm really going to push it this time. So try and do it with me. Half burpees, whatever burpees. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds all the way, let's go. Full speed, last bit. See my feet stepping on every punch. Step on every punch. 10 seconds go. 6, 5, speed, 4, speed, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath. Now I started sweating. Get on the bounce a little bit for a cool down. This thing should feel easy by comparison. Just walk it off. Shake it off. Shake out the shoulders, so edge backwards. Shake your shoulders out. And shake. So I'm going to stretch out. Take your palm, face it up. Pull it across, keep your palm either level with your shoulder or higher, and pull it across. Do not let your chin touch your shoulder. You'll feel a stretch on your lateral deltoid. And shake it out. Switch sides, so palm up, in the air, and pull it across. And shake it off. Hands on your waist. Try and pull your elbows together. If you have a partner, that partner can stand behind you and push your elbows together. You feel a stretch across your pectorals. And relax. If you haven't got a partner, you can do this. Sit down, put your arms out, and just bend your elbows and stretch across your chest. So you should feel across your chest. I'll do it sideways so you can see. So your chest and your shoulders, and particularly from those burpees, is where you'll feel it. And then to stretch your lower back out, just hug your knees together. Try to get your heels to touch your bum, if you can. And then really sit upright and you'll feel a stretch in your lower back. And then if we switch around, we're going to do a stretch, cat stretch. So put your palms and thumbs together on the floor and just pull backwards. And then come up and arch your back. Now, I think some people say this is the cat stretch actually. And back down. Just feel it across your lower back and the top part of your back. And up. So whilst we're on the floor, stretch out your hamstrings. So try and put your toes to you. If you can only reach your shins, reach your shins. If you can reach your toes, go for it. There are 1 or 2 people I know who can get their chin down to their knee. I'm not one of them. And relax. And as I said before, I always feel like your hamstrings are the most likely point that's going to get tight. And stretch. And relax. Onto your feet. Quad stretch. And relax. Other leg. And down. So then, back of the leg, your calf against the wall. Try to keep your leg straight and let your hip get close to the wall. Deep breaths, guys, deep breaths. And switch legs. And switch legs. Now if you feel like you need to stretch a little further, hold the stretches I've shown you for longer. I'm just kind of rushed through it, principally because we want to try and get these workouts into around about 30 minutes. You can rewind the video and do the stretches again. Go to one of my earlier videos, do some stretches from that. Now that I think about it, I should post a video purely on stretching, and I will as time goes on. And for those of you that have subscribed, bit by bit, we will do more on boxing technique. For those of you who are professionals, top level amateurs, believe me, I've got, if not yet, but bit by bit, the content will build and there will be something in this for you. I'm telling you, boxing tactics, boxing technique, one of the ones I've got coming up is to do explosive punching power. So I'm going to give you a little workout on that one, and this one definitely works. So I think that's on my schedule of videos to do this week. So bit by bit, I'm going to get there and put comments on there, say what you feel needs doing, ask me questions. Like I say, it's technique, it's fitness, it's analysis of big fights and just me spouting off about my boxing knowledge and seeking boxing knowledge from other coaches and fighters and things. There is nobody that knows it all, okay? There's nobody that knows it all. I am always learning from coaches who are new, from long-time coaches, professional coaches, amateur coaches, coaches from different countries. I watch the classic fights too and see what some of the top level trainers, the Eddie Futches, Emmanuel Stewards, what they're doing. You can take knowledge from everywhere. So please stick with me bit by bit. This journey will grow, and believe me, I've got so much more content. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.